Are 24 hours really enough? Have you ever reached the end of the day feeling like you've been running on a treadmill, exhausted but going nowhere? You worked hard, you stayed busy, but your goals still feel far away, and you wonder, where did all the time go? It's a question millions of people silently ask themselves every night. Are 24 hours really enough? Let's get this straight. Time is the one thing every single human being gets in equal measure. The billionaire, the student, the struggling entrepreneur, the factory worker, the athlete, and the artist, we all get the same 24 hours in a day. No one gets an extra second, yet some people seem to achieve extraordinary things, while others constantly feel overwhelmed, buried in unfinished tasks, and stuck in the loop of not enough time. So what's the difference? The truth is harsh but freeing. It's not the hours you're given, it's how you use them. Successful people don't magically have more time than you. They aren't superhuman. They simply understand a powerful truth. You can either control your time or it will control you. The people who accomplish more don't do it by working 24/7. They do it by making better decisions with the same 24 hours. But let's first address a common myth. Most people equate being busy with being productive. They pack their calendars, respond to endless emails, bounce from one meeting to another, and check off 15 items on a to-do list. And yet, nothing truly meaningful moves forward. That's not productivity. That's motion without direction. That's activity without purpose. If your days are packed but your goals aren't getting any closer, then you're not managing your time, you're surviving it. The reality is this time is the greatest equalizer in the world. It doesn't care about your age, your education, your background, or your bank balance. Time doesn't discriminate, but it does reward those who respect it. Time isn't the enemy, it's a mirror. If your schedule is chaotic, it reflects your lack of priorities. If your calendar is full of other people's demands and not your own goals, it shows you haven't drawn clear boundaries. If you feel like you're constantly playing catch up, chances are you're living in reaction mode, not in control mode. Now, let's flip the script. Imagine waking up each morning with a sense of purpose, not just a list of things to do, but a mission to accomplish. Imagine ending your day knowing you moved the needle forward on something that matters. That's the difference between people who let time slip away and those who master it. And here's the secret. Mastering your time doesn't start with tools or apps. It starts with mindset. It starts with asking yourself tough but essential questions. What is truly important in my life? What actions drive real progress? What tasks am I doing just to stay busy? When you start answering these questions honestly, you begin to see your time differently. You start to realize that not all hours are created equal. One focused hour of deep work is more powerful than 5 scattered hours of half effort. Think about elite performers in any field, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, or scientists. They don't waste time on distractions. They don't chase everything. They choose what matters most and go all in on it. They understand that focus, not frenzy, creates greatness. And that brings us to another truth. You don't need more time. You need more clarity. Clarity on what your priorities are, clarity on what deserves your attention, clarity on what can be delegated, delayed, or deleted entirely. Because here's the truth most people ignore. Every time you say yes to something meaningless, you say no to something meaningful, you say no to your growth, your goals, your health, your relationships, and your purpose. Time management isn't just about productivity. It's about protecting your potential. Now let's address the emotional side. Guilt. Many people feel guilty about how they use their time. Guilt for not being productive enough. Guilt for saying no to others. Guilt for taking breaks. But guilt doesn't lead to growth. Awareness does. You don't need to shame yourself into better habits. You need to become aware of your patterns, then intentionally shift them. Start small. Take control of 1 hour a day. Block out that hour for something that moves you forward. Use it to build a skill, write that business plan, learn something new, or spend quality time with your loved ones. If you take 1 hour a day for the next year, that's 365 hours. That's more than 15 full days. Imagine what you could build in 15 focused days. That's the power of owning your time. And remember, it's not about being perfect. You'll still have distractions. You'll still get pulled into the noise. That's life. But the goal isn't perfection. It's progress. It's about choosing to live on purpose, not by accident. So the next time you hear yourself saying, I don't have enough time, stop, reframe it. Ask instead, I'm making time for what truly matters. Because when you stop chasing time and start directing it, everything changes. You become more focused, more effective, less stressed, and above all, more in control of your life. The truth is 24 hours are enough, but only if you decide they are. The 80-20 rule works smarter, not just harder. Have you ever wondered why you're always working hard, yet your progress feels slow? You're constantly busy doing task after task, but your results don't reflect the effort you're putting in. If that sounds familiar, it's time to introduce a powerful concept that can change everything. The 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. The 80-20 rule states that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. It's not just a theory, it's a law of nature, business, and productivity. It means that a small portion of what you do leads to the majority of your outcomes. But here's the problem. Most people spend 80% of their time on the wrong 80% of activities. Let's break it down. In business, 80% of revenue often comes from 20% of customers. In your daily work, 20% of tasks likely create 80% of your progress. In your habits, 20% of your behaviors may drive most of your personal growth. Yet, most people never stop to analyze where their energy is going. That's the trap. People confuse being busy with being effective. They fill their day with meetings, emails, and repetitive tasks that feel productive but deliver very little real impact. It's like running on a treadmill. You're sweating, you're moving, but you're not actually going anywhere. The solution? Shift your focus to the 20% that matters most. The first step is awareness. Take a look at your to-do list or your calendar. Ask yourself, which of these tasks actually move me closer to my goals? The uncomfortable truth is that many things you do each day are distractions in disguise. They make you feel productive, but they don't bring results. Instead, identify your high-leverage tasks, the ones that give you the greatest return on your time and energy. These are the tasks that solve big problems, create new opportunities, or push your goals forward significantly. Focus on those. Eliminate, delegate, or postpone the rest. When you focus on the vital few instead of the trivial many, you begin to work smarter, not just harder. You reduce stress, increase clarity, and multiply your results without burning out. Remember, productivity is not about doing more, it's about doing what matters. You don't get points for exhaustion. You win by prioritization, clarity, and execution. So stop trying to do everything. Start doing the right things. Let the 80-20 rule guide your choices, because once you start applying it, you'll realize something powerful. You didn't need more hours in the day. You just needed to use the right ones wisely. Focus on what truly matters. In today's fast-moving world, your attention is under attack. Notifications, emails, social media, distractions, they all compete for your focus every minute of the day. And the result? You're constantly busy but rarely effective. You get a lot done, but not the things that actually move your life forward. The truth is, not everything you do holds equal value. Some tasks are urgent but meaningless. Others are small but impactful. The key to real productivity lies in your ability to focus on what truly matters, the tasks that push your goals forward, grow your skills, and build the life you want. Many people fall into the trap of business. They confuse motion with progress. They start the day by replying to emails, checking messages, and completing low-level tasks. It feels like work, but it's not real progress. It's maintenance, survival mode, and if you stay stuck there, years will pass and you'll still be wondering why your dreams haven't come true. To break free, you must learn to prioritize with intention. Start each day by identifying your highest value task, the one thing that, if done, will make the biggest difference. Focus all your energy on that before anything else. This is the foundation of effective time use. Don't just ask, what do I need to do today? Ask, what truly matters today? This small shift changes everything. Most successful people don't do more than you. They just do more of the right things. They block distractions, avoid the noise, and spend their energy on tasks that bring real results. They know their time is limited, so they don't waste it on activities that don't move the needle. You can do the same. Cut the fluff. Don't let your day get hijacked by other people's priorities. Meetings that don't matter, skip them. Emails that can wait, let them wait. Social media scrolling, it's a trap. Protect your attention like your future depends on it, because it does. Clarity is power. When you're clear on what matters, decisions become easier. You say no more often. You stop overcommitting. You stop feeling guilty for not doing everything. Why? Because you're doing the right things. Focusing on what truly matters isn't about being perfect. It's about being purposeful. You won't always get it right, but if you commit to the practice of focus, you'll outperform people who are constantly distracted, no matter how talented they are. So today, ask yourself, what's the one thing I can do that will truly move me forward? Then shut out the noise, eliminate the rest, and go all in. Because the secret to success is not in doing more, but in doing what truly matters most. Focus on what truly matters in today's fast-moving world. Your attention is under attack. Notifications, emails, social media, distractions, they all compete for your focus every minute of the day. And the result? You're constantly busy but rarely effective. You get a lot done, but not the things that actually move your life forward. The truth is, not everything you do holds equal value. Some tasks are urgent but meaningless. Others are small but impactful. The key to real productivity lies in your ability to focus on what truly matters, the tasks that push your goals forward, grow your skills, and build the life you want. Many people fall into the trap of business. They confuse motion with progress. They start the day by replying to emails, checking messages, and completing low-level tasks. It feels like work, but it's not real progress. It's maintenance, survival mode. And if you stay stuck there, years will pass, and you'll still be wondering why your dreams haven't come true. To break free, you must learn to prioritize with intention. Start each day by identifying your highest value task, the one thing that, if done, will make the biggest difference. Focus all your energy on that before anything else. This is the foundation of effective time use. Don't just ask, what do I need to do today? Ask what truly matters today. This small shift changes everything. Most successful people don't do more than you. They just do more of the right things. They block distractions, avoid the noise, and spend their energy on tasks that bring real results. They know their time is limited, so they don't waste it on activities that don't move the needle. You can do the same. Cut the fluff. Don't let your day get hijacked by other people's priorities. Meetings that don't matter, skip them. Emails that can wait, let them wait. Social media scrolling, it's a trap. Protect your attention like your future depends on it, because it does. Clarity is power. When you're clear on what matters, decisions become easier. You say no more often. You stop overcommitting. You stop feeling guilty for not doing everything. Why? Because you're doing the right things. Focusing on what truly matters isn't about being perfect. It's about being purposeful. You won't always get it right, but if you commit to the practice of focus, you'll outperform people who are constantly distracted, no matter how talented they are. So today, ask yourself, what's the one thing I can do that will truly move me forward? Then shut out the noise, eliminate the rest, and go all in, because the secret to success is not in doing more, but in doing what truly matters most. Learn to say no and protect your time. Let's face it, saying no is hard. It feels uncomfortable, maybe even rude. You don't want to disappoint people. You don't want to seem unhelpful. So you say yes to extra work, to favors, to plans you didn't want to make. But every yes you give to the wrong thing is a no to yourself, your goals, your growth, and your peace of mind. Time is your most valuable resource. Once it's gone, it's gone. And yet, so many people give it away without thinking. They agree to things that don't align with their goals. They take on responsibilities that drain them, and they fill their schedules with obligations that bring no real progress. Why? Because they haven't learned the power of a well-placed no. The most successful people in the world protect their time with discipline. They understand that every commitment has a cost. Saying yes to something you don't truly value means saying no to something that might have changed your life. Think about it. How many times have you said yes to things you instantly regretted? A meeting that didn't matter, a task that wasn't your responsibility, an event that drained your energy. Deep down, you knew you didn't want to do it, but you said yes out of guilt, fear, or habit. That's where boundaries come in. Learning to say no is not about being selfish. It's about being strategic. You don't owe everyone your time. You don't have to explain yourself every time you decline. A polite but firm, I can't commit to this right now, is enough. And here's the best part. When you say no to things that don't align with your mission, you make space for the things that do. You gain control. You gain clarity, you gain energy, and most of all, you gain time. Yes, people might not like it. Some may get upset, but if your yes comes at the expense of your well-being or your future, it's not worth it. You see, we often think we're being helpful by saying yes to everyone, but you can't pour from an empty cup. The more you stretch yourself for things that don't serve your purpose, the less you have to give to the things that do. And that's a dangerous cycle. So protect your time like it's your life, because it is. Start saying no to unnecessary meetings, meaningless tasks, and energy-draining commitments. Say no to guilt, say no to fear, say no to distractions, because every time you say no to something that doesn't matter, you say yes to your focus, your power, and your purpose. And that's how you build a life that's not just full, but meaningful. Saying no with confidence. Saying no is a skill, and like any skill, it can be developed. Most people say yes to everything because they fear judgment. They fear being seen as rude, selfish, or unhelpful. But here's the truth. If you don't learn to say no with confidence, your time will never truly be your own. Think about how often you've accepted something you didn't want to do, a coworker's request, a social event, a meeting that didn't need you. You agreed because it felt easier than saying no. But that yes came with a cost: your energy, your time, your peace of mind. Confident people understand that no is not a rejection, it's a redirection. It's a way of protecting your goals, your time, and your sanity. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your purpose, you say no to something that does. The reason most people hesitate to say no is because they think they need a detailed excuse or an apology. But here's what you need to remember. You don't have to explain your boundaries. You are allowed to protect your time without guilt. A simple, firm, and polite response like, "I'm focusing on another priority right now," is enough. And if someone keeps pushing, that's not your responsibility. You're not here to meet everyone's expectations. You're here to respect your own time and values. Let's be honest, saying no feels hard because we want to be liked. But people who truly respect you will respect your boundaries too. In fact, when you say no with strength and clarity, people begin to take your time seriously. You become someone who leads with purpose, not pressure. It's also important to remember that not every opportunity is meant for you. Sometimes you'll get invited into projects, collaborations, or events that sound good, but they don't align with your deeper goals. Saying yes to everything out of fear of missing out, fear of being forgotten, only spreads your focus thin and leads to burnout. Real growth demands discipline, and discipline means choosing what to ignore. You must become selective with your yes and unapologetic with your no. This doesn't mean you become cold or disconnected. It means you become clear. You can still be kind and compassionate, but with strong boundaries. You can still care about others while caring enough about yourself to not be drained by them. So the next time you're tempted to say yes out of guilt, pause and ask yourself, does this align with my goals? Is this the best use of my time right now? If the answer is no, then say no. Say it with confidence, say it with grace, and move on, because every confident no brings you one step closer to the focused, purposeful, and powerful life you're meant to live. Final words make every hour count at the end of the day. No matter who you are, where you live, or what you do, you get 24 hours. The richest person in the world can't buy a 25th hour. The most ambitious mind can't stretch the day longer than it is. That means your greatest resource isn't money, connections, or even talent. It's time. So the real question is, are you using your hours or your hours using you? It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking we'll have more time later to chase dreams, later to get serious, later to take care of our health, fix our habits, build that vision. But the truth is, there is no later. There is only now. Every hour you waste today is an opportunity you've thrown away. Every hour spent on distractions, doubt, or meaningless activities is one less hour building your future. And once it's gone, you don't get it back. But here's the empowering part: you have control. You may not control the events of life, but you can control how you use your time. You can choose what you say yes to. You can choose what you prioritize. You can choose how much of your energy goes to your goals and how much goes to things that drain you. It starts with awareness. What are you doing with your hours? Are you spending them with intention or just passing time? Are your actions aligned with your dreams, or are they simply keeping you busy? When you start to value each hour like it's gold, everything changes. You stop tolerating distractions. You stop putting off your vision. You stop living on autopilot. Instead, you wake up with purpose. You move through your day with clarity. You use your time like a tool, not a trap. And remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. One focused hour a day toward your goals is 365 hours a year. That's over 15 full days of progress, growth, and change. Most people waste that much time scrolling on their phones without even realizing it. So ask yourself today, what could I build if I made every hour count? What kind of person would I become if I stopped wasting time and started directing it with purpose? The truth is, success isn't some mystery. It's the result of small intentional actions done consistently over time. And it starts with the decision to make each hour meaningful. Your time is your life. Don't spend it, invest it, make it count, make it matter, and above all, make it yours.